Hey, what's happening, folks? I'm over here at the house and I'm kind of relaxing for a few minutes. It's such a beautiful day that I decided to come out here and just sit for a few minutes. I've been listing DVDs on eBay. There were some games, game cases. Speaking of those Pokemon cases, my friend Jesse ended up buying like 4 or 5 of them for $60. And I wanted to say thanks again, Jesse. That was a big help. I wanted to give it to him for free because I love the guy. He's like a brother to me. But your buddy Josh has been spending quite a bit of money on thrifting and gas lately. But he's a really good guy. He wanted me to charge him full price, but I wasn't having it. Hey, check out the neighbor's dog. I love this dog so much. Such a beautiful, beautiful animal. Run away, little friend, run away. But there's still plenty more stuff to list. As much as I wanted to go over to the Salvation Army today to find out what types of items they were putting out from the donations that they got in this weekend, I had to put my foot down and say, no, stay home and work on these nightmare piles you got. And trust me, guys, it's not easy for me. I am a hardcore thrifter. You see that patch of gray hair right there? Okay? That is FOMO hair. I never got that till I started thrifting. But the thing is, I think you got to try to find a happy balance, and that's where I am right now. I'm trying to just find a better way to manage my inventory and stuff. My dad's over at the Home Depot today, and he's looking for wood so that he can build some more shelving. Because as you guys can see right now, things are a little bit cluttered. I've just been finding so much stuff lately, you know, with the garage sales and the dump that I go to 3 times a week. Plus, I have a lot of stuff for my friends in New York that I need to work through this winter. But I should be able to pull in a lot of money this winter for sure. I've even got stuff over here on my toy shelf that's supposed to be listed. I believe this is between a $300 and $400 coffee grinder, and it's just sitting here collecting dust. This garage has a big hole in the floor. You're supposed to pull your car over this, that way you can work on it from underneath. But Mr. K made a big wood cover, and now it houses some of my death pile items. I'm not sure if these Christmas items are going to sell that well, but we're going to give it a shot. There's that big video game score that I found over with Tom that day at the dump. I'm just waiting until Christmas time to get that listed. I know it'll sell for probably 30 to 40% more, and I want to make sure I get top dollar. Then we got these cool toys I picked up at the Salvation Army the other day. One of the reasons I wanted to go out there today was because the manager told me she still has one more bin back there, but she wants to look it over before she prices it. But she said Tuesday, if I go in there, she'll do it. So I'm thinking he's going to build a shelf like this, but it'll probably be wider, and maybe it'll extend from the wall out to here. I'm not sure what he's thinking, but he's really talented with this type of thing. But I think it'll really help me out. I really want to get more organized over here. There's some more free stuff I got at a garage sale. Those boots will sell for like $100. I just got to get this stuff listed somehow. I've got some more goodies over here, more boxes of stuff that need to be listed. These are from my friends in New York. I told them I was going to try to do all this stuff during the wintertime. Wintertime is always the best time for me to list. There are no garage sales. The thrift stores usually get a lot less donations, so I find that I have more time just to list. During the summertime, I find that there are so many opportunities that I could literally go picking every day and go find stuff. So listing's a little bit harder for me to do during the summer. And this is actually behind the table there. I've got a bunch of stuff here that just needs to be worked through. I've got some really good items over here too, guys. This item right here is going to make a lot of money. I got this back 1 year ago. It was the last thing that I picked up when I was at the beach. I haven't been back since, and I used to go 3 to 4 days a week for 2 years. Buying this thing rattled my brains. My friend brought me out a big cart full of stuff. She knew that I liked this kind of stuff, and she just brought it out and priced everything real cheap. She sold it to me for $2.99. I want to sell it so bad because it sells for like $200, but it's such a piece of nostalgia for me now. When I started out reselling back in 2013, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. In those days, there weren't the YouTube resources that there are now. I remember there was the Bonafide Hustler, Raking Profit. I think there was Suzanne A. Wells. She's a really good one. I think my absolute favorite YouTube reseller back in 2013, 2014 was Gilldaddy. He doesn't make videos anymore. Him and his wife lived out west, and they used to go to this pay-by-the-pound place. I think it was called the Sheriff's Ranch or the Youth Ranch, and it was absolutely unbelievable what this guy would pull out of the bins. They only went like once or twice a week, but they would go and pick up like $1,500 worth of stuff they could part out on eBay, and they paid like 60 bucks for it. You guys should check out his channel. It's a lot of fun. The style of reselling that I do came from his videos, but they ended up getting really big into private labeling, and they were flying to China on a regular basis. I think they ended up making bank. The videos are older, so the prices would probably be a little bit different. If you guys want to check it out, I think it would be very helpful. A lot of the information is probably still very relevant. Alrighty, break time is over. Back to work. Alright, I've got two things that I absolutely must get done today. The first thing is this guy right here. This is some type of rolling golf club bag. And I got this over at the Salvation Army a few weeks ago. It was in the free box. And it does show some signs of wear and tear, but I think it's going to be okay. I just need to take a closer look. I want to get some photos, dimensions, and I'm going to go ahead and upload it today on eBay. I think this should bring in $50 or more plus shipping. And then the second thing I need to do is get these Ronco parts photographed and listed. In one of my recent videos, I picked up a small Ronco rotisserie at a yard sale for $3, and there are some decent parts on it. It is really long tail, but $3 was a great price. I'm going to get those listed today, hopefully. Hey, what's going on, guys? Reporting live from the front porch. Alright, so what do we got going on today? Well, I almost brought Mr. K down to pick up his truck. They've been doing some body work on the undercarriage of the truck. It had a lot of rust damage from those cruel New England winters. But instead of going out there today, we're just going to go pick it up tomorrow. I've got a lot of stuff that needs to be listed. In fact, I'm having to do my photos outside because my light table is completely packed with inventory that I've picked up over the last few days. There's literally no other option than to photograph outside, which is perfectly fine because it's beautiful and sunny out right now, and I really enjoy taking photos outside anyway. I just really want to clear up some space in my office. It's getting a little bit crowded in there now, and that's putting it kindly. So I've got plenty of stuff going on, so I'm just going to start taking photographs and listing stuff. My good friend Tom invited me to come out to his place today and pick up my shotgun shells and hit the transfer station. Plus he said he also had some items for me, and I've got some items for him, so it'll be cool to hang out. I just got to get this stuff photographed, and then we'll be on the way. I'll try to get that dump on video today as well. Alright, I'm over here at the swap shack with my buddy Tom, and it looks like this place is kind of wiped out. Not a whole lot on there. I think they might have recently cleaned up in here, so it's going to be a little bit slim pickings. But I did see this Warhammer game that sells for like 20-25 bucks. I'm probably going to grab that. There's our buddy Tom. He's just hanging out looking at that record player. What's going on with that, bud? Anything?
I don't know yet. Doesn't look like it's hooked up correctly.
Uh-oh.
Loose band under there. I'm about to look it up, see what's worth.
Not finding a whole lot, but that's okay. You're not going to find something every time, so that's just the way it works. Me and Tom are over here. We're watching some people like drop some stuff off at the swap shed. We want to see what they drop off.
Vultures.
Like a couple of vultures, huh? I don't know, man. Maybe they got like a big old rare stack of records in there or something.
That's a big box.
We shall see. Hey guys, how's it going? I'm over here at the light table. It's Wednesday night and I'm over here listing some items. Check this out, guys. The light table is so packed that I can't even work over here. I've got to take this stuff outside just to take photographs of it. It's a lot of stuff. And so I'm a little bit overwhelmed. So there's plenty to keep me busy. As you guys saw earlier in the video, I hung out with my friend Tom today and had a great time. I went to go pick up those shotgun shells. I ended up filling up a large ammo can, a small ammo can, and a metal coffee can full of shells. There was probably 500 or so shotgun shells, so now me and Mr. K got to get a shotgun since I sold all mine years ago. But I'll tell you what, anytime I see a crate of shotgun shells for $25, I'm a-buying. I wanted to show you guys what I picked up yesterday at the Salvation Army, but I haven't had a chance because I've been busy working on 2 other videos, so I figured I'd show you guys what I picked up yesterday. It wasn't a whole lot, but I did find a couple of items. The main reason that I wanted to go back to the Salvation Army Tuesday was because I was waiting on this last bin of toys to get priced. Most of them are smaller Transformers, and there's probably about 15 or so in there. There's also one or two larger ones. The blue larger one was $2.55, and all of the smaller transformers like this ended up costing 85 cents a piece. So that's a pretty good deal. I don't think these are all that old, but I think they'll do okay. I also got a few of these items right here, and there's some type of sport gripping sprays. This one here says football gripping spray. This says handy gripping spray. And one says, I think, basketball. It looks like they sell for about $12 a piece. I picked them all up for 85 cents a piece. I also bought this Jack LaLanne juicer. It came with the pulp container. It also came with the key. It was $7, so I think I ended up paying about $5.95 or so for it. I typically don't like picking those up. They don't usually do that well for me, but it looks like the pulp container sells for about $20. The key probably sells for between $10 and $15. You could sell the pusher. You could sell the little blade, although it takes forever to sell. But I figured for $5 or $6, I could definitely swing on that. This is a decent item here. It's a Chef's Choice Edge Select 120. I paid $2.55, and I should be able to sell it for between $30 and $40 plus shipping. I also found this little children's toy cash box. It's actually a nice cash box. It's got a combination lock on it. I paid $2.55 for it, and when I looked it up, it looked like they were selling for decent money, so I was happy to get it. This should probably do better during Christmas. I picked up this little stack of 4 VHS tapes out of the free box yesterday at the Salvation Army. The first one was Nicholas, the boy who became Santa. There was Francis, the Knight of Assisi. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. This is Joseph, King of Dreams. And then there was Patrick, Brave Shepherd of the Emerald Isle. My thinking on these was I'm probably just going to lot them all together and make like a Christian lot for kids. I'm sure there's some parent out there that'll pay like $20 plus shipping for them. Some of them look like they were selling for $6 or $7 a piece. So they were free, and hopefully I'll be able to sell them. This book was also in the free box. It's 6 by Seuss, a treasury of Dr. Seuss classics. It's got some condition issues, but I think it does have a little bit of value on eBay, so I think I'll make a few bucks on it. I also found this Freedom of Mind book in the free box. I didn't see any used comps, but it looked like they were selling for okay money brand new, so maybe I can get like half or 3/4. We'll just have to see. I think that was pretty much all that I ended up finding over at the Salvation Army. So I decided to go back to that thrift store that's way out of the way. It's that thrift store where mainly everything's $1. I haven't been there in over 3 months because I just haven't had to get the inventory. I've just been finding quite a bit of stuff. But I decided to go out there and see if I could find something. So I ended up finding this Warring automatic juicer out there. It was $1, and it looks like they sell for about $20 plus shipping. I also found this little bag out there for $1. It looked like somebody was trying to get $10 for it at their garage sale. The guy that owns that place does like estate cleanouts and yard sale cleanouts. He's always got stuff coming in, so he does get a lot of stuff. So you can find some good deals there. So it looks like there was a total of about 13 packages of ink in there. All of them are sealed, but they're definitely expired. Well, technically speaking, HP ink never actually expires. It does have a best by use date, but it never really expires. I see the expired ones selling on eBay for about $4 a piece, so I might put them in lots of 3 or 4. We'll just have to check it out. So that was all that I found over at that place, but I ended up going to the dump. I found a couple packages of ink over there. The best by use date is also out on these. And I also found this guy sitting out there. This one's from 2012, so it won't sell for a lot of money, but there's a few dollars to be made on it. I got this box of Latin vocabulary study cards. It looked like they were selling for okay money. I don't think it's new, but I think it'll still have some value. It looked like it was in decent shape. I was looking around in the Gaylord of books, and I found this clipboard. It's a white coat clipboards. I've seen people buy stuff like this at those bin stores, and I think I'll be able to make a few bucks on it. I also found this textbook. It has to do with respiratory care. When I looked it up on eBay, it looked like they were still selling for decent money. It didn't cost me a nickel, so it'll be all profit, and I was happy to get it. There was also this textbook. When I comped this out, it looked like it was also selling for pretty good money. I actually had to dig around. A lot of the textbooks that were in there were garbage. There was probably some more really good books in there, but I just couldn't get to them. Every week, the library donates a big Gaylord of books, and the transfer station sells it to some third-party seller. So I don't really have a way to get in there unless I were to pull all the books out, and I just can't do that. So every time I go out there, I just try to be mindful and see if I can't find something that has some value. And I have sold some pretty good books out of there. I also found this really nice item out there. It's made by Salad Master. I've talked about Salad Master in the past. I think it's made for poaching eggs. I looked it up on eBay, and it looked like this was selling for pretty good money. Unfortunately, it has one grip over here, but one is missing. I saw comps where people were selling just these little pieces right here. I'm going to have to do a little bit more research, but I think there's some good profit in here, and it didn't cost me any money, which is my kind of price. I also saw this food processor sitting over at the dump, and to be completely honest with you, I really didn't want to deal with it. I've already got so much stuff like this, so I really didn't want the hassle. But I started digging around on eBay, and it looked like some of the items were doing okay if you part them out. So I decided, for free, I might as well just throw it in the van. I'm going to have to do a little more research, but it looks like this thing does have a lot of parts, so there should be some good profit on this stuff. I know it's probably hard to see this machine down here. It's called an Abdoer 2. This was sitting over at the dump yesterday. There's also a box of stuff that goes with it. I'm going to have to dig around for it later. I can't remember what I did with all of it. I'm not sure what that item's going to sell for. When I was searching the comps for that item, it looked like it was selling as is, and there was also sold comps on just parts of the item. So I figured maybe I'll just part it out, but for free, I figured I can't go wrong. So that was everything that I found at all three places yesterday. But I also picked up a few items today when I was with Tom. I got this book about the rise and fall of the Third Reich. He looked it up and told me that it was selling for like 20 bucks. So if I can sell it for 20 bucks, I'll take it. There was also this board game up there. It's the Ultimate Online Warhammer Experience, I think. This reminds me about 3 years ago when I was over at the Journey thrift shop in Northampton. This lady brought in like 4 boxes, and it was slam full of Warhammer, and there was Star Wars stuff and new and sealed toys, and my friend Sue, who owns a thrift store, ended up selling me all of those boxes for $40, and I made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on that stuff. So whenever I see Warhammer stuff, which is never, I always pick it up. And I think this is the first time I've seen any of this stuff since then. This is some type of figure, and then there's the PC game, and then there's some strategy books that also come with this. So don't quote me, but when I looked it up, I think it was selling for between 25 and 30 plus shipping. It'll be easy to look over since it's only 2 books, a disc, and a figure. Also, Tom gave me these to sell on eBay. They belong to his wife. She bought them from some online store, and it's some kind of detox tea. And it looks like they're selling for between $20 and $25 a pack, and there's 2 of them, so we're looking at about 40 bucks. That's one thing about Tom, is he's very, very generous. So whenever he asks for something, like if he sees something that I pick up at the dump and he wants it, I just give it to him, because he's always like, you know, giving stuff. It's just the way, it's just his nature. Now, it does have an upcoming expiration date, so I'm going to have to get to it. I wanted to list it tonight, but I just kind of fell behind. But I'll probably end up doing that tomorrow. Anyway, that's what I found, guys. I had a great time hanging out with my friend Tom. It's been a while since we hung out. Right now, he's doing some stonework contracts. This is just the time of the year where he gets those jobs. But when the winter time comes, we'll probably be doing some more buying and selling, and that'll probably be how he makes his money while the stonework is slow. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to get out of here and go get some sleep. I'm feeling a little tired, and I've got to bring my dad way out there tomorrow to pick up his truck. And then after that, it'll be thrifting at the Salvation Army, More Than a Thrift, and the dump. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great night.